Everybody has a turn back moment. You have a moment where you can go forward or you can give up. But the thing you have to keep in mind before you give up is that if you give up, the guarantee is it will never happen. That's the guarantee of quitting, that it will never happen, no way under the sun. The only way the possibility remains that it can happen is if you never give up, no matter what.
Good morning, good afternoon, good see you again. Please sit down and make sure that you subscribe as well, share the video and like the video. Don't forget to comment on the comment section. All right. Therefore, today we are just going to be doing what is the present value annual whereby we are just going to look at the financial mathematics for grade 12. Okay. This is a revision for a present value. Therefore, it's very, very important to note that we did a future value annuity on the previous video. Then today we are just going to look at what the revision of a present value. Also, I'm going to give you the basic or the concept that are very important, so that we are just gonna master in this chapter. Okay, I'm just gonna do 4 questions like in the previous video. I'm just gonna do level 1 question as well, level 2 question, level 3 as well, level 4. Okay, therefore 4 questions. Then one of those questions they must become on your exam. Okay, make sure that you pay attention. Then you comment on the comment section if you didn't understand, so that I'm gonna be with you on the same page. I don't want to left you behind. All right. Okay. Remember when I talk about the present value, is whereby we talk about the amount that you are just going to borrow on the certain financial institution. Okay. Therefore, it's just the present amount that you have on that particular time. All right. Therefore, that amount is borrowed on the financial institution, or you take the loan, or it's just the amount that you win on the lotto, or someone play power okay, is win on the power board. It's very, very important to know that a present value is just the amount that is received, that you won, or the amount that you're gonna borrow on the certain bank. Okay, we have 3 words that are very important to note when you're talking about the present value or not. Is whereby we are just going to look at a loan, when they're just saying that they're just taking the loan, and whereby we are just going to look at the amount that is borrowed. Okay, and also you're just going to look at the amount that is won. Okay, or amount that is received. Okay, whereby you're just playing lotto as well in powerball. Okay, it's just the present amount that we have on that particular time. Okay, that amount we need to invest with the equal payments. Okay, therefore let's go. These are the first key words that are very important when I talk about the present value. Is whereby we're just going to look at the loan, as well we are just going to look at the amount that is borrowed, as well the amount that you win. Okay, therefore those 3 words that are very, very important to note there. Okay, then on the present value formula, as you know that we have the PV is equal to X into 1 minus 1 plus I raised to negative n all over I. Okay, therefore we normally say here it is a equal repayment. Okay, it's just the same amount that you are just going to pay back when you're just paying the loan. That means we talk about the equal repayment. Okay, the interest is the interest rate that we always get on the certain financial institution. Okay, it's very important to note that this interest is always goes with the interest can be compounded quarterly, can be compounded monthly, can be compounded semi-annual, as well as a future value. Okay, therefore simple as that. Then here we're to talk about the number of repayment. We're going to talk about the number of repayment, how many X that you're going to pay back on the financial institution. Okay. Therefore, today we're just going to look at how to calculate the value of n as well, how to calculate the value of what? Of x, okay? Therefore, that is a very, very important to know that, because on the exam, they're just gonna ask for one of these what value, okay? All right, let's go. Don't waste our time, teacher. Let's do this revision quick, all right? Then here they are just saying that Mr. Dube borrows 100,000 at what? At the interest rate of 10% compounded monthly. Okay, therefore that means that we are just having what? The value of P, because this is an amount that is present now to what? To Mr. Dube. Okay, then this amount is just only to what? By Mr. Dube. Then after that, and the interest rate is 10% per annum compounded monthly. That means that this amount is just going to be what? Repaid back by means of what? Monthly payments, okay? As you know that the loan is very, very important to know that if you borrow the amount of the financial institution, it's very, very important to know that you borrow the amount on this month, then on the next month you're starting what? Paying. Therefore, that's why we normally say that you're just going to look at what? The gap, okay? The loan is whereby you're just what? The gap of what? Of 1 month. But I'm gonna teach you when we are just doing what? The application on the timeline, all right? Therefore, he pays the loan by means of equal what? Monthly payment. That means every monthly is just going to pay what? 5,500 every month, so that's gonna take it down. What? The loan is just gonna pay what? 5,500, and a final payment. And we have what? A final payment on the loan. We always say that we have what? A less amount that you are just going to pay at the end of the period. That less amount, we call it the what? A final payment. A final payment which is less than 5,000 what? 500. Then that is the interest that we normally say the bank needs, whereby we are just about a present value. That amount is just contribute to the interest. All right. Therefore, the first question says that how many monthly will it take for the loan to be what? Repaid. Okay. Therefore, how many monthly? How many monthly? Remember, the monthly goes with what? The number of what? Repayments. Okay. Therefore, that means that you're just talking about what? The value of n here. How many monthly payments? Because you're just paying what? The same amount every monthly. That means here we're just going to look at what? The number of payments. How many number of repayment that he gonna make. Okay. Therefore, B, what will the outstanding balance on the loan after the 19 payment? It's 3 months. Then we're just going to look at what the outstanding balance is. You know that we have the outstanding balance. That is the amount that is left, so that you're just gonna be what? Settle down what? The loan. Okay. The outstanding balance, we are just talking about the amount that is left, so that you're just gonna what? Settle down what? The loan. All right. That is the outstanding balance. Then what is the final payment? The final payment, we normally say that it is a what? A less payment that you're just going to make at the end of what? Period. Okay. Therefore, please take these questions, then put it here on your mind. Okay. I'm just gonna remind you when we are just doing, because I need what? A space. All right. Okay. Let's go. We are starting with what? Number 1. All right. Let me erase these 2 questions. Then we are just gonna be in the space here. All right, let's go. Then we normally say that when you're just going to do what? The present value annuity, we have 2 ways of collecting what? The data. Okay, we need to collect what? The data by using what? The data format, or we are just going to use what? A number line. Okay, some of the teachers asked me to do what? The data as well, what? The number line, because some of the teachers, they explain by using what? A data. Okay, it's fine. All right. Therefore, let's start with what? A data. Then we are just going to say that of what? A data. Then a data, we have what? A present value. A present value is the total amount that is borrowed on the loan. Then it is what? 100,000. That is the value of P. And also we have the value of I. The interest rate, it is what? It is 10% per annum, compounded monthly. Compounded monthly. And after we have the value of X, which is the equal what? Monthly payment, which is equal to what? 5,500. That is the monthly payment. Then after that, we are just going to look at what the number of payments here. All right, it's very simple to use what the data here, because we are no longer going to start at the immediately. Okay, payments. Okay, at T0. Okay, this data we normally say that when we're just going to represent it on the timeline, we have T0 and we have T1 and we have T2 and also have T3 and also we have T last. Okay, therefore we normally say that the loan is always talking about what T0. This T0, it is the amount of a loan on the timeline. Okay, that is a T0. Then we normally say that we borrow the loan here at T0. Then at the end of that month, we start what paying. Okay, therefore we are just going to pay what 5,500 as well. We are just going to pay what 5,500 as well. We are just going to pay 5,500 until 5,500 at the last what period. Okay, therefore we normally say that in the loan we don't need what a gap or a missing what payment. The only gap that we need, it is this gap that is from T0 to T1. Okay, therefore it's very, very important. You take a loan at the end of that month, you are starting what you paying. Okay, then after that you continue paying every month, every end of what each month. Okay, therefore if you miss the payment, the loan is just going to be what increase, but you're coming there. All right, let's go. Then what you're going to do, we are just going to say that you have what PV, which is equals to what X into 1 minus 1 plus I raised to negative n. That is the equation. Then why you choose this present value? Because the amount that is borrowed. Okay, therefore remember when you talk about the amount that you borrow, then you use what a present value formula. All right, then after that let's substitute. What is the value of P? The value of P, it is 100,000. Then the value of X, it is equal payments. What is the value of X? It is what? It is 5,500 into 1 minus 1 plus. What is the interest? The interest is 0,110 divided by 12 raised to negative n, raised to negative n. Some of you, they always multiplying with what? With the 12 here, the value of what n. That is totally wrong. Okay, we don't multiply by 12 the value of n. You just write n as it is. Okay, you don't take this 12 that is here on the interest rate, you multiply here. All right, the n must be always n on the future value formula. Then after that you need to solve what? The exponent. All right, let's go. Then the first rule, what you're going to do, you're going to do what? The cross multiplication. Okay, then that is 1 mark for substitution here, as well as 1 mark for the interest rate. Okay, then after that you don't care about solving your sum. The only thing that you care about, it is the number of what payments now. Okay, the value of n. I normally say that when we are just done substitution, we are done substitution, you can solve n by using what your logarithm rule. Okay, then I normally say that I always have a formula that says that the number of n after substitution, the number of n is equal to negative log 1 plus I raised to close bracket into what? Into 1 minus PV times the interest divided by X close bracket. That is the formula that I normally use, because I don't want to do what the mistake when I'm just doing what my simplification. All right, therefore that's the formula. It's n is equal to negative log into 1 plus the interest close bracket open bracket 1 minus a loan PV times interest all over X close bracket. Is very, very important to put here on the run. It's just going to help you quick. All right, then after that you substitute, we have n equals to negative log what is the value of I? The value of I, it is 0,110 divided by 12 close bracket into 1 minus what is the loan? A loan, it is 100,000. 100,000 times the interest, which is 0,112 divided by 12. Then all over x, what's the value of x? It is 5,500. Okay, therefore you close bracket. Then after that you punch your calculator. Let's punch your calculator. You punch your calculator. Negative shift log. Then open bracket. 1 plus 0,10 divided by 12. Close bracket. We have 1 minus a fraction. We have 100,000 times a fraction, then 0,110 divided by 12, then over 5,500. Then you punch your calculator. Then you're going to get what you write a full decimal, okay? Then you write a full decimal. Then after that, we're going to get what? Let me erase here. After that, we're going to get n is equal to negative. N is equal to therefore n is equal to 19,79840,405. Okay, therefore that is the value of n. Therefore, after that, we're going to say that n is gonna be equal to what? 20 payments. Okay, then 20 monthly payment. This right, like monthly payments. Okay, 20 monthly payments. It's just gonna make 20 monthly payments. Therefore, that is all is gonna 5 marks. Okay, it's very simple. Then you write your data. It's very simple to data for present value. You check the loan. Then that is the PV. The value of X is the equal payment, the same amount that you're going to pay every monthly. Then after that, the interest, it is written as a percentage. You need to convert to decimal place. Then after that, the number of payments, how many payments that you made. That's the value of n. Then after that, you substitute on your formula. Then you solve. Okay. Therefore, that is the first question whereby they're just asking us what is the number of payments. Okay. Remember, the second question says that calculate. Let me do it here. Calculate the outstanding balance of the 19 payments. Let's understand this number of payments. Okay. This number of payments, they're just saying that n is equal to 19,79840,405. Okay, that means that you're just going to have what a 19 month and a couple of days. Okay, because you're talk about what the number of months here. Okay, then we are just going to pay this loan with what 19 months and also what a couple of days. This is the number of of days. Okay, then some of the number of days are just gonna make what a month. Therefore, that's why we are just doing approximate of 20 payments. Okay, because of 0,9847. All right, 940405. Okay, and also this number after the comma is just indicating that there is 1 month that is left. That is there is a 1 payment that is left that we're going to pay. That last payment we call it the final payment. Okay, how? Then remember the second question is saying calculate the balance outstanding of of a 19 payments. Okay, what you're going to do if you are just talking, please listen carefully. If you are just talking about the balance outstanding, is very important to put it here on your mind. Some of you they use the present value formula. Okay, it's fine. Then we normally say that when I talk about a balance outstanding, the balance outstanding, we have a formula of a balance outstanding says that the loan times the interest. Let me write like this one. The loan times the interest. The loan times the interest minus a future value. This is a formula for a balance outstanding. This formula is a formula of a balance what outstanding. All right. Therefore, we normally say that we have what is the loan? It is a PV into what? Into 1 plus I, then the interest, then minus the future value formula. What is future value formula? X into open bracket 1 plus I raised to n minus 1 close bracket all over I. All right. Therefore, this is a balance outstanding what formula. All right. Therefore, I'm just going to explain to you. Then what is happening here? We are just going to say that this formula is just need what the loan and also the number of payments that we made. This N is just what the number of payments that we made. We made how many payments? 19 payments. They ask you, and 19 payments. All right. Then we're going to say that we have a loan which is 100,000 into 1 plus the interest. It is 0,110 divided by 12, close bracket. What's the number of payments? Is 19 payments minus the value of X. It is 5,500 into 1 plus 0,110 divided by 12 raised to what in 19 minus 1 close bracket all over 0,110 divided by 12. This is a formula for what? A balance outstanding. Please, it's very important to know today. All right. Then after that, you punch your calculator. Let's punch your calculator. We have 100,000 into 1 plus 0,110 divided by 2, then close bracket, raised to 19, minus we have 5,500 into 1 into 1 into 1 plus 0,110 divided by 12, close bracket, then raised to 19 minus 1 close bracket all over what 0,110 divided by 12. Okay, then after that you punch your calculator. Then if I punch in my calculator, I got what the balance outstanding, I got what 4,358,57. Okay, this is the balance outstanding amount. Okay. Then some of you, they are just saying that when I talk about the loan, the balance outstanding, we also use what is the present value formula. Okay, let's go. Then we have a PV equals to X into what? Into 1 plus I raised to n minus n close bracket all over I. All right. Therefore, we normally say here is a value of X. It's what is 5,500. Then we have 1 minus 1 plus, what's the interest? 0,10 divided by 12. Then the N, it is a number of payments that are what? That are remaining to what? The loan. Okay? Therefore, remember, we are just going to do what? 20 payments. Yeah. Therefore, some of you are going to say that we have 20 minus 19 because we're always subtracting what a total number of payment that we're going to make with what the number of payment that we did. Okay, therefore 20 minus 19 is gonna give you what -1. Okay, then after that close bracket all over 0,110 divided by 12. Okay, then after that you punch your calculator. After that you punch your calculator. Hello. All right. Let's punch a calculator. We have 5,000 into 1 minus 1 plus 0,110 divided by 12. Close bracket raised to -1. Close bracket, and we have 0,110 divided by 12. Okay. Then we're going to get what? We're going to get this amount. Okay. We're going to get this amount. Then we're going to say that we have this amount of 5,000 454. Okay, as you see, this amount now is greater than, you see the instruction here that just said that final payment which is less than what 5,000. You see this amount, it is what greater than what 5,400. Okay, therefore let me explain this thing. Hey, these two formulas, the balance outstanding, these first is the original what formula of what of a balance outstanding, okay? But we are just hijacking what this formula by what a present value, okay? Therefore, the present value sometimes is work. Only if it's just going to work, only if you are just going to look at what the number of payments, the number of payments of a loan that are more what remaining. Okay, as you see here, we are just left with what one payment. Therefore, you cannot use what this formula because we are just going to look at what the only one payment. Then only one payment. This one now is just acting what a whole number. But this one acting as a whole number. But here, as you see, we are just going to left with what this kind of what number of days that are left. Okay, we don't know is exactly 1 day or half a day or what. Okay, then some of you, I normally say that if we are just going to find the accurate value of a outstanding balance, you need to take what 0,79 0,798404, then you have 0.5, then after that you punch your calculator. Okay, this formula you need to what? This formula, listen carefully. If you want to use this formula to calculate the balance outstanding, okay, what you're going to do on your number of payments is that this number of payments cannot be what one payment. Because you see that they're just asking you what the 19 payment, the balance outstanding of what a 19 payment, but you have what 20 payment that you need to make. Then some of you are going to put what 1 here, okay? Then what you're going to do, we are just going to take all the numbers that are after the comma. You see the numbers that are after the comma have 7, 9, 0 here on the number of payments here. We are just going to say that here we have 0,79840,405. Okay, then you put in bracket like this one. You take all the number, then this formula is just gonna give you what an exact value that is same as what this one. Okay, but to be on the safety side, you need to use what the balance outstanding formula. Remember, N is just what the number of payments that you made. Then that is a 19 payment. That is the 19 payment. Then you put a value of X. Then you put your loan. You build your interest. That is simple when you're just using what the balance outstanding formula. Unless if you understand this formula is just going to work only if you have a number of payments that are remaining, not only one last payment that is remaining, because it's just going to give you the great amount of loan. Unless you understand like Mr. Wu, then you only take what is the number that after the comma, then you put it exactly as you put a 0,79,798404505, then you punch to calculate. You're going to get the exact amount as this one, okay? Then that is all about number 2, okay? Let's go. Let me write this answer because we're going to use the balance outstanding. You get it on B. It is what 4,358,57. All right. That is the amount that you got on B. All right. Then now we're just going to look at what the final payment. Okay, the final payment is just what the last amount that you're going to pay at the end of a period. Then that last amount is just goes with what is the interest. Okay. Therefore, we normally say that a final what payment is always goes with what the interest. All right. Therefore, what is a final payment? The final payment is goes with what is interest. What is the final payment that's going to the balance outstanding? It is what 4,358,57. This amount is goes with what is the interest of 1 month. Then it's just gonna be what 0,110 divided by 12. It goes with the interest of what of 1 month, we call it the final payment. The final payment is just what's the amount that you are just going to pay at the end of at the end of the period. That's the final amount. It just goes with what the interest of 1 month. Therefore, as you see, we have the interest of 1 month. You take this balance outstanding amount, then you multiply with what 1. That is the final payment. Okay, the final payment sometimes comes out every time when I just calculating what the value of n is very, very important to note there. Then on the first page, you are just going to calculate what the value of and the number of payments. Actually, exactly, they are just going to ask you what is the final payment. This is the final payment. You need to take this number after the comma, you put it on on your present value. Then after that, you're gonna put the interest of 1 month. The interest of 1 month is always goes with the interest of 1 month. You take these numbers after the comma, you put it on your formula, on the present value formula. Then after that, you get your answer. That answer, you put all the 1 year, the interest of 1 month. After that, you count your calculator. Then you're going to say that we have a 1 plus a 0 comma a 0 comma 110 divided by 12. Okay, then those raised to 1. Then we're going to say that we're going to get this is the final payment. It's just going to be 4,394.89. Okay, this is the final payment that we're gonna get. Okay, therefore 4,358.75. Then we're going to get this amount. Okay, yeah, that is correct. All right, thank you. Number 2. Question number 2.
Okay, all right. Thank you a lot for watching and also subscribing and share this video. I failed to upload number 2. Sorry about that. I don't have enough space on my phone and it's just taking a lot of space. Okay, but I decided to upload number 2 and number 3 and number 4 separately. Okay, I'm going to upload them separately. Yeah, just wait. Yeah, thank you a lot.